That's number 2. It's a nice little crappie. We're gonna let him go. I'm surprised. He's sitting right under this cover. Oh, ouch. Guys, I had a pretty good afternoon. We caught some shell crackers and bluegill and brim. I just walked all the way around this drain trestle, fishing in rocks and stuff. Had a pretty good afternoon, about 3 hours of fishing. I mean, we didn't catch just a lot of them, but we did catch, you know, a good many and caught a couple of pretty good sized ones. So hope you'll watch the video and enjoy it, like, subscribe, and hopefully here in a week or two I'll have another catfish video and maybe even my hunting video coming out. But I appreciate you watching. Thank you. I'm going to start out and try to catch some brim. I got a long shank hook. I'll show you what I'm using. It's Eagle Claw 4 cricket hooks. That way I'm just going to catch the fish and let them go. Hopefully we can pull some bluegill and brim out of this little hole, like a trough in here. But we're going to check it and just see what we can do with it. Well, we hung into our first one today. Not exactly sure what we got. Maybe it's what we were looking for. So, oh man, pretty nice brim. Oh, it's a good shell cracker. Ooh. I'll get my hand on him. Phew, there we go. Good. Inside shell cracker. Oh, ouch. There he is, pretty good shell cracker. First one of the day. We're gonna let him go. Then go back in. We just catch him and release him. But that was a decent one there. Using that long shank hook with a red worm. You can see how big that thing is. That stuck me a little bit. Let's see if we can catch another one. Oh, maybe I got another one. Oh yeah. It's a brim and ain't a shell cracker. Yeah, it's a small shell cracker. And it's not near as big as the first one I caught. The shank hook's working pretty good. That's the second shell cracker of the day. We let him go. He just dropped in there in a hurry. Let's see if we can catch another one. So out there, and maybe there's some big ones around here. Yeah, a little something here maybe. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. It's another shell cracker. A little bigger than the last one. That's what we come after. Trying a little different tactic. Who gets them? Seemed like it get away right quick. But that's the third one of the day. Just moving a little bit on the bottom. There he is. Hopefully ain't the little brims. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Pull that little drag a little bit. He ain't a real big one, but he's a good size one. That's a bluegill there. Been catching shell crackers. Oh. Nice little bluegill. Sometimes that hook gets them. Not too bad. A little bluegill. That's the fourth fish. It's a little bluegill. These little things are sticky pretty good if you don't watch it. Yeah, you don't want them sticking on you. So we're gonna let him go. I think it's number 5 today. 4 or 5. Let's throw it back out there and see if we can hang into another one. Really enjoy brim fishing. I like to catch a big catfish too. And hopefully then a week or two I'll have some videos of some big catfish or good sized catfish. Just want to, there he is. Got it. Just want to barely move it across the bottom. I think we got a bass this time. Well, there he goes. I'm getting good at letting them go real quick. He didn't hurt my worm there. I just fed it up on that long shank hook. I'm getting a little bite. There we go. Ooh, probably a pretty good one. Looks like another small bluegill. No, that's a little shell cracker. Them little things are sticky. Not too big. He said you get back, I know that. Oh, he'll just be still, man. I'm gonna let him go. This tactic of using a little red worm and that long shank hook, it's working out pretty good. Cause that's several we done caught. The only thing I would do different, I'd get a little smaller line, that about like 2-pound test or something. And you could throw it a little further. I'd like to get it a little further out in there, but the only way I can do it is put 2 sinkers on it. Then it seems like I don't get as good at bites as this with just one sinker and just barely move it across the bottom and let it sit. Hope that didn't fall off, but I don't know if you can see it or not. Big old piece of metal. Hope it didn't fall off the trestle train track. There's some more metal. All kind of different pieces of metal here. That's weird. Like I said, I wanted to move around here and fish this side of it. I'll try it right in here for a few minutes and then we'll move on. See what's there. I went to a float for a little bit. See a lot of little tree right there. Like I say, we'll just try different things, see what'll work. Yeah, there'll be another pocket or brim around here somewhere. Give it just a little bit of, get a bite off. Go back to the bottom. Like I said, a little deep hole right in there. It ought to be holding some fish. We don't get in there and end up getting hung up all the time. Yes, good. He's headed right to that brush spot. He's fighting a whole lot more than his size, that's for sure. This thing's kind of a good hook, see. Not exactly what we're looking for, but definitely a fish. For some reason they keep breaking my hook off. What in the world is going on with this? Pull the hook out and I'm losing my hooks. There we go. It ain't the big ones like I was hoping it's here, but we're gonna fish here a little longer. We don't start catching any size, we're gonna move on around. But I took that float off, went back to the bottom, just throwing out in there, and I figured there'd be some pretty good ones feeding out in a little deeper water around them rocks. Just pull it just a little bit and let it rest. That gets her attention. I just don't know how much trash is in there. Definitely there's trash right here at the bank. Just pull it out and throw it back out a little deeper. That's pretty good ways out there. We'll leave it there for a minute. Yeah. It ain't the big ones like I was hoping it's here, but we're gonna fish here a little longer. We don't start catching any size, we're gonna move on around. But I took that float off, went back to the bottom, just throwing out in there, and I figured there'd be some pretty good ones feeding out in a little deeper water around them rocks. Just pull it just a little bit and let it rest. That gets her attention. I just don't know how much trash is in there. Definitely there's trash right here at the bank. Just pull it out and throw it back out a little deeper. That's pretty good ways out there. We'll leave it there for a minute. It sure ain't the big ones that I'm looking for. I think I might have to move on to this from this spot. Seems like these small ones congregated around this pier lot. It's a little bluegill there. Ain't no big one. Let's let him go. I think I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. If I don't catch a good size one, we're gonna move on. Work my way. I got about another hour or so. And try to work my way all the way around this train trestle. Back to the truck, maybe. Maybe we'll find a little hole with some big ones in it. Let's get back in there and try it a little. I do it pretty good. Well, not that way. The wind blew it, but a while ago I was a fair ways out in there. Yeah, I see him pick it up just a little bit. There you go. Oh, yeah, I got him. I might be a little bigger. I don't know. I'll get in the, ain't a too bad one, but still not near what we're looking for. But it is a shell cracker. Definitely was a shell cracker. He got a little happy. It sure ain't the big ones that I'm looking for. I think I might have to move on to this from this spot. Seems like these small ones congregated around this pier lot. It's a little bluegill there. Ain't no big one. Let's let him go. I think I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. If I don't catch a good size one, we're gonna move on. Work my way. I got about another hour or so. And try to work my way all the way around this train trestle. Back to the truck, maybe. Maybe we'll find a little hole with some big ones in it. Let's get back in there and try it a little. I do it pretty good. Well, not that way. The wind blew it, but a while ago I was a fair ways out in there. Yeah, I see him pick it up just a little bit. There you go. Oh, yeah, I got him. I might be a little bigger. I don't know. I'll get in the, ain't a too bad one, but still not near what we're looking for. But it is a shell cracker. Definitely was a shell cracker. He got a little happy. Almost a catfish size shell cracker. Now all I'm doing is catching them today and throwing them back. We're fixing to let him go. Let's get him back in there. Like I say, you just showing them. Right there's that trestle up there. As soon as the train starts coming, I'm getting out and under it, that's for sure. Too much metal laying down here. But like I said, we're going to try it a little bit longer. Maybe we'll find a big one or two. It's a catfish size shell cracker. Now all I'm doing is catching them today and throwing them back. We're fixing to let him go. Let's get him back in there. Like I say, you just showing them. Right there's that trestle up there. As soon as the train starts coming, I'm getting out and under it, that's for sure. Too much metal laying down here. But like I said, we're going to try it a little bit longer. Maybe we'll find a big one or two. Keep saying I'm going to leave them going around through there, but I'm holding down, I guess, for one good size one maybe. If it don't happen pretty quick, I might have to move on. But if you ever find a pocket of the bigger brim, a lot of times you can catch a few of them. There he is. So I just picked it up a little bit, bringing it to me. I just like to watch the line. Like I said, my line's just a little too big of what I'm doing. It is working, but a 2-pound test is really all you need. You could throw it further. Can't remember if I got 4 or 6 pound tests on this rod. I've been throwing way out yonder tonight. One around at the bank. See you swimming around at the bank. Tossed it right at the bank. I'm seeing fish right there at the bank. That's crazy. I've been throwing way out there. If he'll quit flopping, I'm gonna let him go. These little small bluegill. Let's see him go. I seen another one right here, right at the bank. Maybe I'm just throwing too far out yonder, which that ain't no big one, but definitely was a bluegill. It does seem like they hang around these rocks. I'm about pulled my red worm off to rethread it. I just about used a box of them today. But maybe I need to fish down this bank. There he is. Yeah. Like I said, ain't no real big ones, but oh man, he almost swallowed it. Been bragging on him not swallowing it. There we go. I think we got one maybe a little bigger. If it don't get over there or not. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a little bigger than we've been catching. Maybe it's just a fighter. That's another shell cracker there. Well, that was fast. He getting out of here. We gotta go. He made it. I don't know, they're lively today for some reason. That's like second or third one that jumped out of my hand. Like I say, you just find a little hole and there should be some shell crackers laying in there, bluegill and brim. So far, I ain't caught any of the big ones, but we've consistently catching a few fish, so. Stinking leg went to sleep. I think I got one fooling with it now. He's swimming toward the bridge. Yep. Well, thought I had it. I think I need to tighten my drag. It sounds like I got a big catfish on it. Little brim, bluegill looks like maybe. Right on the side of the bank. Seems like they're hovering to the bank. We got something here maybe. Still no big ones. Another shell cracker. They are active. Let's let them go. They're very active, that's for sure. Just using that red worm with that long shank hook. You think you'd waste a lot of bait that way, but what they do is they grab the head of the worm there and start to swallow it. Let's see what we do. They're just right on that bank. They can't see me sitting here, I guess. One looks like it picked it up, but it's coming to me. There we go. Yeah. That could have been some of those small ones. You gotta go pretty quick or they'll get the tail off of the bait. Let's see if we can catch a few more before we have to go. Seems like that's a good one there, I think. Yeah, I thought he was. Or he bit like a big one. But that's alright, it's a fish. Pound for pound, he's fought good. Let's see if he can go. That's a pretty good tactic to do right there. The main thing is just them little ones, if they ever hit it, real small ones, they gonna jerk the end of it off his tail. But this is the tangling, this little rod. I've never seen. It's so limber on the end. like I say, that's just a little trough in there. Them fish right at the edge. And neck's up in there. Spring was up here catching brim for catfish bait. Move it just a little bit and let it sit there. I could have given all these fish the sour lip. Uh-oh. I think I found the bottom that time. Maybe got another little brim here. Still ain't found the big one, so I done moved again. But we're definitely running out of time. Little brim, we're gonna let him go. Running out of time, but we had a good day of brim fishing. Just haven't found any real big ones yet. Just throwing up that bank a little bit. Sitting down in this shade or where they can't see me. And I'm afraid we nothing but small ones. There's a pretty good one just hit the water right there. Something, I don't know what that was. I found my first crappie. It looks like a pretty good one. Yeah. Once again, I think there wasn't none around. Oh, stuck me. Come on, get that out of your mouth. That's a nice little crappie. First crappie of the afternoon. I'm gonna let it go. Just fishing this hole. See if there's another one in there. Yeah, there's been another one. That was good. Goodness gracious. That's even bigger. Golly. Goodness gracious. That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one. That's number 2. It's a nice little crappie. We're gonna let him go. I'm surprised. He's sitting right under this cover. I'll take a end on that little guy. I don't know if I'll show it in the video, but 5 o'clock. It's time to get toward the house. But I enjoyed this. I walked all the way around this trestle. I caught a few fish. I don't know. Caught a good many, but I didn't catch no real big ones. But I enjoyed it. I guess it's Mr. Catfish Dave said there was a fish in the video, so I guess I'd call it a fishing video. But we did catch a few, a couple of decent ones. I think I'm gonna call it an evening. I appreciate y'all watching.